Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome to Zavi Money channel. This is another lectures. Yeah, this is another lectures. So we are going to be learning about HTML formatting elements in this particular video. So HTML formatting elements. So what are HTML formatting elements? The formatting elements for HTML simply means those elements or those tags, those HTML tags we use to do what, to format, our HTML, just like the name implies, to add special, things to our HTML. So that is particularly what it means. So it's more like effects. So to add, special effects to them, but this time around not effects as animation, just normal effects. So now uh, that takes us to the formatting elements or the formatting tags proper. So we see the way they work. So let's open our file, our HTML file. This is mine, index.html. Then we are going to be doing what? We're going to go into that directly. Let's use another div for today. This is a div. I just hit enter on my keyboard. This is div, and inside the div actually I can have, sorry guys, inside the div I can have other tags inside. Now the first HTML format elements we are going to be talking about here, or before that, let's have a h1 on our page. H1, let's have HTML formatting elements as our topic for the day. So this is our topic for the day: formatting elements. This is formatting. I hope I'm right, guys. And then we have elements next to it. So this is our topic for today. So let's have that. You can add a line break to this, just to separate the topic of our today's lectures. So there's what we call line break, the br tag. Yeah, I'm showing you that now. It's just used to what? To break a line in our HTML. So when I view our web page, you are going to see the way it works. Then I'll do away with the line break, so you see what happens. As well, once there is no line break after this our h1. So let's continue. We've added a line break, like we have actually added a space to that. So it's just going to give one space, like the space we are seeing here now. Yeah, it's going to give one space, and when you hit enter, you can continue writing other things. You can have p tag here, and that space, there will always be one space before the next thing on our web page, but you don't need to give a space like this. I'm actually explaining the way it works, guys. So let's continue. Let's go proper. So I added a line break to that. Then the first particularly formatting element we're going to be learning is this, the b tag. Yeah, b tag. The b tag is actually what? The bold word tag. Yeah, the b stands for bold. So the b tag is for writing bold text. So if you want to have a bold text on your web page at a particular place, or at a certain place on your web page, you use the b tag to do that, or to achieve that. Okay, let me undo this so you see the way I insert it. You just do b, and then you hit enter on your keyboard. The b tag is on. So let's say you want to write something like a warning, like kind of a warning, or a particular instruction about something on your web page. You can do this. Let's say you want to have notes. Today's lectures starts by 8 a.m. This is what you need to do, and you want the note to be, to have like a warning sign on it, showing that you must not come late, that it must do what, you must come on or before what, 8 a.m. So this is what you need to do. B, you can have or better still, let's use the P tag to carry the bold tag. So P, that's best of, you have P, then you have B inside, you hit enter, you have notes colon. This is it, right? This is it, guys. Note colon, then you continue with every other thing you want to write inside the p tag. So the p tag carries, the rest of the things you write, both the note tag, the note you did put inside the b tag. But the difference is this: the b tag is going to make the note, this note colon which you typed on your, on your web page, on your HTML rather, to be bold on your web page. So this note you typed, inside the b tag, or using the b tag, which is the bold tag, does what? It will have a bold, remark on it. So it will actually come as a bold text. So now you can keep typing other things. Let's have note today's okay, let's give something more like a warning compared to today. Note, you must you must attend lectures by 8, this is 8 guys, 8 a.m. Yeah, so that's the way we write it. So now we have p tag, we open p tag, then we have b, the b tag, and inside the b tag we wrote note colon, then we continued space, you must attend lectures by 8 a.m. This is it, guys. Good. So let's see how it shows on our web page. A quick one here. Let's go back. We go back to our web page. Sorry guys. Okay, we'll go back to our web page. This is what we have. Now, when looking at my web page, this HTML formatting elements, this is actually what we are learning today. This is my heading, HTML formatting elements. Now, this is the node tag. Sorry, this is the b tag we wrote with notes. Let me actually increase the size so we can see this better. Let me increase the size of the text there. Increase the size of the text in that note tag. A quick one, guys. Style, font size. Let's get the font size to like 18 px, so it will be bigger than those other ones there. Good. This is nice now. So 20 would be good, right? Because it's actually bold. So let's just increase the size so you can see notes better. Now on our web page, pay attention guys. You can see what? Notes, you must attend lectures by 8 a.m. This is what we have. So on our web page here. So, and it's particularly the last thing on our web page, that's where we are now. So we use the b tag to write notes. You can see that note here, that note has, or is displaying, is showing as a bold text, as a text that is bold. Yeah, note is actually bold, while all the rest of the text here, you must attend lectures by 8 a.m. It's just appeared as normal text. It's not bold. It's just like here we have today's lectures is really nice, and here we have HTML elements are what, HTML tags. So it's just showing that way. So now this particular one we had with what? We wrote with the b tag. Yeah, is displaying as a bold text. So down, once somebody sees this, yeah, let's say this is a student website. So now when somebody goes to visit this the web page for on our student website, because they use that every day to know the time they should come to class for to learn, so and blah blah blah. Then the person sees notes, you must attend lectures by 8 a.m. Looking at notes showing as a bold test, the person already understands, yeah, that uh, uh, our class teacher or our master wrote this, embedded this particular word as a bold test. He's actually serious about it. This is a warning. He wrote what? Note, you must attend lectures by 8 a.m. He wasn't just passing the instruction, but strictly, adhered or wrote notes as a bold text. So that is how we use the B tag, guys. That's how we use the B tag. Now, when you come here, you can do more, write more things, like a kind of warning or something. Then it's not just notes. Use your own, your other words. Try it out, guys, and see the way it works. So let's continue with the lectures. We go back to our VS Code. Week one. Once we go back to our VS Code, then we have had the B tag, right? Let's do something else. Okay, let's hit enter on my keyboard. Then talk about the strong tag. Open another B tag. The strong tag is also more like the B tag. Is particularly used to write important tests that are important. And actually both tests, most both tests, they are actually important tests. So it's more like the B tag. Yeah, it's more like that. So it's just the same. There's no difference between the strong tag and big tag. So it's a kind of what? It's an alternative. Alternative. So you can use B, you can use strong. So you can type strong. This is strong. Then you hit strong. The next thing is what? You type what you want to show as strong. Let's say you want to write something like mm, uh, when let's try something like, I'm making up a suggestion, guys. Okay, let's have something like HTML. Okay, HTML. Then we continue writing. HTML stands for hyper. We could have this hyper text markup. Hypertext what? Markup language. Yeah, because actually that's an acronym. So HTML stands, okay, stands for, I missed for here. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So I just wrote this. So this is what HTML is, the important text here. This is what we want to show our users as the important text here. So we have used strong to do what? We have used strong, to caption it, to write HTML, while all these other ones are actually in the B tag direct. So which is the stands for hypertext markup. So let's view our web page. If we view our web page now, let's view our web page here. So we can see what we are doing. This is actually the stuff we did. Now we have what? HTML. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So you can see that, guys. Now you see HTML is showing as a bold text as well, which is what HTML is showing as an important text. It tells the user reading this that The main information I'm conveying here is what? HTML. This is actually an important text among these, words here, these lines of text here. So, and unlike the note tag, like it, makes these letters or the words or the text you do put inside to do what? To come as a bold text compared to the note tag. For the note tag, I had to do what? To go and give it a font size of 20 px so that it goes bolder and you can see it. But now here I've not added anything to it. It's by default, the strong tag came with what? A bold text, which is the HTML we did type here. So, but see the notes, even when I added a font size of 20 px, the notes we did write with the B tag, which is the bold tag, did what? It's still, not that bold. So you can see that it's not that bold. But this one, I've not added anything to it, and this actually came as an important text, and it did what? It just came as very important caption. So as an important text, it displayed very bold. We can see that HTML stands for what? Hypertext Markup Language. So we have ended up, bookmarking HTML as an important text in this sentence we just made here. So that's the way it's also whichever way you want to use it. At times you could use the strong tag, at times you could use the B tag. So the strong tag is just like the B tag, but it is what? It is uh, you know it functions better. It's more like the senior part of the B tag. The B tag is now like the junior to it, stuff like that. So we continue. We have another tag here, another HTML formatting tag we call what? The I tag. So back to our VS Code, we talk about I tag. This is, you can just, okay, let's undo. This is where we are. So we hit enter on your keyboard. Then let's have I. Let's just have I. Then hit enter. Let's type something. Let's type something inside. This is very interesting. So this is very interesting. Yeah, we just did. So we go back to our web page, guys. We go back to our web page, and then we see what we have written. This is what we have written. This is very interesting. You can see that, guys. That's the last thing after the markup language we did, right? So you can see that what do you call it? That the text is actually showing with a unique style. Mm? Good. So that's, and so the text is bent. Yeah, it's bent like a slash, like a slash on the keyboard. This is very interesting. So this is very interesting, which we just wrote, is showing, is bent, it's showing like a slash on the keyboard. So telling you that what the I tag is particularly what the I tag does what, embeds text being written inside it as what, as an italic text. So actually, uh pardon me, guys, the I tag stands for what? Italic text. So it is an italic tag. So the I tag is an italic tag. So which means it stands for italic text. So the I tag is used, to write text. You want to have an italic style of writing. It is a font style of writing. So uh, if you want your text to have an italic style, which is to be bent like the slash on the keyboard, all you need to do is what? Use the I tag to and do what? Use the I tag to do what? To write that particular text. So the I tag stands for what? Is an what? Stands for what? Italic text. That's what the I tag stands for. So the I tag stands for italic text. So if you want to do what, have text that you want to, have an italic style of writing, all you need to do is what, you use the I tag to do that. And any amount of text you have there, we always assume or have the style of what, or we always have an italic style of writing to it. So that is the way it is. So this is very interesting. If you go back and add more italic, add more text, let's look at more examples there. Let's look at something more. Let's use a whole line to do that. Okay, you can hit enter on your keyboard, then the next thing you do, you can type something else like I love, no, I love playing music always. So this is it. I love playing music always. Then go back to our web page. Okay, on our web page here we have I love playing music always. Okay, let me break it, guys. Let me break it because it's actually contradicting over there, and it is an inline element as well. I just added line break to mine. So okay, good. I love playing music always has now been pushed down. So you can see this. I love playing music always. So it still assumes or has an italic style of writing, just like this. Is very interesting. So I love playing music always. Still comes with what, an italic style of writing, which is what, a style of writing via which it is bent like a slash on the keyboard. So it is actually a beautiful style of writing, guys. So at times you might want to use that, on your web page. So it's fancy. It's a fancy way of writing. That is the idea. It's beautiful, just like a flower, just like a cloud. Yeah, and beautiful like these images I have here too. So now, uh, that is about that. So we go over to the next, HTML formatting elements. Go back to our web page and let's click here. Look at the next one. The next one we have the subscript tag. So the subscript tag is actually the tag we use to write subscripts. The subscripts are those words that are those letters, or words, those things that appears below our below a particular letter. Good, or below our words or sentences. So on our web page, so those letters or those text numbers that appears below a particular line or below other letters, that is what a subscript is. So like back in mathematics, uh, we learn things like a logarithm. Yeah, then we have stuff like log 3 base 2. Yeah, we have stuff like that. Log 3 base 2. So when you write log 3 base 2, you write stuff like, okay, let's open a p tag. We'll be using to write that. Uh, when you have, let's have p inside here. Mm, uh, then we write something like, let's take, let's have log 3. Let's have log 3. Then we want to write base 2. On the norms in mathematics, when we write in our book, we write log 3 and then the base, that base of 2, comes under this 3. But how do we do that in HTML? Because we can't write the same way we write in our books. So for us to do that, we have to do what? Log3. Then we use the subscript tag. Then we have sub. So you guys, you have to hit space on the keyboard, and then have subscript what? 2. This is subscript 2. So this is now log3 subscript 2. That is what we have. So the subscript tag carries any other letter in your words you want to have below a particular line. Good. So this log3 is in the same line with let's have. So but what? We are going to see that subscript 2, the subscript tag will bring 2 down, so it will look like our normal log3 base 2 we have in mathematics. So let's go to our web page here. We'll go back to our web page and view what we got. What do we have, guys? Good. You can see we have what? Log3 subscript 2. There is space on mine. Sorry, I need to modify that. So when you do that, just go back. So okay, this is it now, guys. This is it. So it now looks like our what? Our normal what? It now looks like our normal logarithm in mathematics. Let's have log 3 base 2. So this is it, guys. This is how we write this. So this is log 3 base 2. So that is just a simple trick I'm showing you in formatting class today. So log 3 base 2. So you see it works. That's we use the subscript tag to embed things or write things we want to appear below a line. So 2 is below this line. That's how it works, guys. So we go back to another one. We have what we call the subscript tag. Let's go back to our VS Code. We come to our VS Code here. We have the subscript tag. What is the subscript tag? Unlike this, sorry, we have the superscript tag rather. So subscript was the last one, so the superscript tag. So unlike the subscript tag, the superscript tag is used to do what? To embed a superscript text, to write superscript text. So the superscript text is the opposite of the subscript, which is we do have the subscript for like log3 base 2. Now if you want to have something like you want to write something like raised to power in mathematics, so we used to have something like maybe 5 raised to power 2. Good. 5 raised to power 2. So now how do we write that, guys? I'm going to show you how we do write that. So for you to write that, we use the superscript tag, because the superscript tag does what? uh you know helps you write, put a letter or a word or a number, be it any character you want to appear once above a particular line. So let's have a p tag here. Then we can have something like take, this is more like we are learning maths now. Take what? 5 raised to power, it now becomes 5 subscript. Now you have to use space subscript 5 subscript what? 2, because we want it to be 5 raised to power 2. Then just backspace so that there will not be space between them. So 5 and 2 will appear just like the way we write it in mathematics. So there don't have to be space between them. But before you write, you hit space, you type your SUP, you hit enter on your keyboard. So yes, the superscript tag appears. Then you backspace to avoid space. It just appears the same way we do have it in our math. Now this is what? Take 5 superscript 2. So let's complete the sentence. Take 5 superscript 2 as a variable. Let's just write as a variable. Let's just write as a variable. So uh, let's go back to our web page. We go back to our web page, and this is what we have. So this is it, guys. You can see that I have what, take 5 raised to power 2 as a variable. This is what I actually have. So take 5 raised to power 2 as a variable, right? That's what I do have there. 5 raised to power 2, my mass pointer is on it as a variable. So you can see that 5 raised to power 2 appear the same way we do write it in math. Yeah, the same way we write it in mathematics, that's the same way it appears here. That's what the superscript tag does. It helps us write or embed things we want to appear above a particular line. That's the way it works, guys. So that is about that. So actually, you can always watch these videos anytime, any day. And the more you watch, the more you understand each and every lesson, I passed through this video more and more and more. So that is about that, guys. That is about the HTML formatting elements. There are lots of them. The more we go further, the more you get to know them and know and use them. All you have to do is what? Keep watching my videos and keep getting more HTML lessons and more coding and web development lessons. So I love you guys. Go to the description below this video. You see my channel is at Zavi Money 500, Zavi Money hyphen 500. So X in capital, M in capital. So that is about that, guys. You also get to see my social media handles in the description below this video: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, the rest of them, to contact me, for your web designs. Yeah, I have lovely designs. Then so I can create your website and then put your business out there. Yeah, this is what I do, guys. I'm really good at it. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.